Hey guys, how you doing? New episode. Let's get through it. So, let's uh, as in the previous video, we have spoke about supply and demand and support resistance, whatever you want to call it. And today we're gonna be speaking about how to trade supply and demand and how to know when to get in, when to get out. Okay, so. The first thing that I want to tell you is that supply and demand levels can be different. You need to look for levels that have made imbalances when it moved. Okay, so for me to call this level right here as supply and demand, this level right here is a basic strong zone. Why? Why is this level a strong zone? Because you can see that this level has made a movement of over, I apologize. We can see that this movement has made over a movement of over 300 pips, okay? And you can tell that this supply and demand level is strong, and this level right here is strong, and this can be okay as well. But we're only looking for best levels that can be used as supply and demand. This strong level right here, we got this strong level right here, we got this strong level right here, because you can see the market has dropped sharply. It's not like going into zigzags like this, okay? The market just drops sharply, okay? So this is the basic way to find supply and demand levels. And if you studied the previous video, you know how to find supply and demand levels. Now, coming into how I would want to trade supply and demand, first of all, I want to be in a bearish market or a semi-bearish market. Like I want to look at the higher time frame. We have, as you can see, gold right here is super bearish. So we can possibly take a trade into this. What I want is basically look for the best supply and demand levels. And this level right here can be used as a supply and demand level, but it's not very strong because you can see there's a lot of wicks to the downside, okay? This level right here and this level right here. And possibly this level right here. Okay. So these levels we have basically made them into our consideration. Now, for us to have confirmations, there are different ways of making confirmations out of supply and demand levels. But one of the easiest and simplest ways that I see is there is hundreds of ways to trace supply and demand levels. But one of the easiest ways for you and one of the most accurate ways for you to trade supply and demand levels is to basically have the market not moving like this, because this is considered a huge retracement. We want the market to be moving like this and climbing its way in. We don't want the market to be moving like this, you know? This is going to be a very strong momentum, and we might have a breakout, okay? Then once we approach these supply or demand levels, then we look at the lower time frames, okay? We look at the lower time frames. Okay, so let's just get back from here. Let's get back to this. Let's move forward and possibly go on the 15 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, we have a consolidation. We have the supply level with supply level right here. And what we're gonna need to do is go to indicators and put on this VSA Wyckoff volume. And what VSA Wyckoff volume is basically is an indication for you to have a strong volume or strong selling pressure that comes into the candle that gives you a confirmation that this is a legit supply zone or a demand zone. So as you can see right here, you see this candle right here is a very strong candle, but this candle is coming from nowhere. This candle is coming from no supply zone or no demand zone. So therefore, this is for me an invalid trade. But if there is a huge volume and it's in purple, it has to be in purple. If there's a huge volume coming in and it's in purple, then we can basically look for um, the trend. So as you can see right here, we have tapped into this supply level right here. Okay, and what the market did, it made this strong engulfing bearish candle, and it had the volume. It had the volume. Okay, you can see right here, it had the volume. It's not the strongest volume, but it's in purple. That means we have strong volume coming in. So what we need to do right now is basically go back into the hourly. And as you can see right here, we have this level of support as how we showed you guys. This level of support that can be a potential target. Let's look into the 30 minutes. There is no support. Let's look into the 15 minute. We have basically this support right here. And if it gets respected, we'll get out of the trade. If it doesn't get the respected, we'll continue on. And we have this support right here. If it gets respected, it gets respected. If it doesn't get respected, we'll continue on to this target and possibly way lower targets. Okay. So what we do once we see this this candle has already been created. Once this candle gets closed, we are going into shorts. Okay, our stop loss is going to be a couple of pips above this zone, and our target is going to be, since we are in a bearish market, it's going to be somewhere like this. Okay, I would watch the price around this level, and I would watch the price around this level, and I would watch the price around this level, and I will be considering taking partials in order not to lose. Okay, so once we're in, you might want to like get the 50% of this candle right here if you want to get in. So you might get the 50%. Sometimes it doesn't happen. And if you get in the 50%, your risk reward can be up to 1 to 5, 1 to 6. Okay. So you get in this trade, and what you're basically gonna do, you're gonna watch the market and assign your targets, and that's about it. Let's see what happened. Okay, so the trade actually came back to a nice zone, but it wasn't 50% of this candle. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, so as we can see, we have a strong momentum coming in. We're still watching the market. We have still momentum coming in. This hasn't been respected. It has been respected. I would consider taking maybe 30% of the trade off. If it gets broken easily, and I would be going break even right here and possibly continuing down more and more to the downside. If the support levels were very far, then you could basically just get out and see another trade possibly. Okay. So I hope you've understood the concept of the way that I'm trying to trade with supply and demand levels. And that's about it. I hope you all have a great day, and don't forget us like and share the video.